John Cena retains, beats CM Punk. Same way, I mean, same way as every way, it seems with John Cena. He's your typical heel. He's going to cheat to win. For a second there, we thought we might get a little bit of the old John Cena when he extended that hand to CM Punk, but not the case. And I don't like John Cena. And I don't
He's
like
ruining
him.
wrestling.
That's pretty deep. And I'm saying that's not an on the surface comment. That's not just a tagline. I really think John Cena's ruining wrestling. But what did you think of the main event? I mean, Mark, that was one hell of a busy main event on Saturday night.
Dave, so much was going on. And I really feel man, the thing that made me I don't laugh at demise very often, but when Charles Robinson got bounced, I busted up laughing. Like, I mean, he got decleated.
He
And
did.
I tell you what, if I know how it feels to be 50 years old and to take a big bump. Charles Robinson right now is probably in an ice bath. He got killed. It was great.
And does anybody do the run from the back to the ring better than Charles Robinson? By the
No,
way,
because he commits.
yeah, he really.
He commits. I mean,
mean,
you've seen some epic runs in Saudi Arabia. I mean, the Titus O'Neil will take the cake forever. I
yes.
mean, you'll never see a run to the ring that tops that. But this pounce that Charles Robinson took, like that was right up there with the best of them.
All right, so a lot going on. You get CM Punk and John Cena, and listen, John Cena is at the end. We got less than 6 months of John Cena before he says goodbye. So the match we're seeing between Punk and Cena, Mark, isn't going to be Cena and Punk from 2011. I don't think fans can expect that. Though that match, and I know there's a lot of bells and whistles, that match was close to 30 minutes
Yeah.
on Saturday in Saudi. You get Cena once again cheating to win. This is going to be what we see from John Cena until he drops this championship, or we see some kind of change in John Cena. Again, the clock is ticking, Mark. We got less than 6 months before he says goodbye. So a lot's going to happen in the next 5.5 months. A lot's going to happen, I think, between now and we get to SummerSlam at the beginning of August. CM Punk is one of those guys I know fans want to see him hold that championship above his head. Mark, safe to say the clock is ticking on CM Punk too. Like, these are two guys, Mark, like you just said, piss or get off the pot. You could say that about CM Punk. He's come back. He's now been in a main event match at WrestleMania. The clock is ticking for him to be the guy and to be a world champion as well.
But he's not going nowhere, Dave. I mean, we talked about earlier in the last segment about how long it was. You said it was 30 minutes. There was probably 12 minutes of Seth Rollins and his crew going out there and being a part of that match. And there was a time when, at least 2 or 3 times, when the crowd took over. And when the crowd takes over, all you could do is lay low, just sell, just stay down, like don't interfere. Like the whole show leads to certain moments, and nobody presents those moments like John Cena and CM Punk, and that's justifiably so. That's why they were in the match in the main event, Dave. But
Yeah.
the whole point is John is not going to be here much longer. And we all know that, but Punk is. So why in the time that John Cena has would you put CM Punk in the position to be of prominence when you need somebody else to be the one? You need John Cena to be the one.
Yeah, and John Cena right now is the one. Now, you just talked about, you had a 30-minute match and 12 of the minutes might have been shenanigans. Let's get into some of those shenanigans that we saw. The almost cash in from Seth Rollins that did not happen. Seth Rollins, as you said, comes down with his crew. I mean, that's what I guess we can call them, the crew. I still don't get it. Mark, I thought, and I got to give props to your partner on Saturdays, Denise Salcedo. I thought Denise Salcedo gave an excellent breakdown of Seth Rollins right now and that crew. And she's not a fan. I'm not a fan.
I'm not either.
And Mark,
how
I really
can you trivialize your most dominant big guy in Brunson? And then how can you take away the guy that everybody considers to be the future of the WWE in Braun Breaker and make them relegated bodyguards? That's what they are. And my message to those guys, when you're in the ring or outside or wherever, there's never a rush so much that you rush something where somebody could have got hurt, because Punk really could have got hurt when they both put him through the table. Take your time. And I said the same thing in Mania. Like, you have to take your time and make sure that you work together, everybody's on the same, and it's okay as the bad guy to say, hey, hold on 3 or on 2? Let's do 2. Like, talk about it.
All right,
it's
Mark.
Okay.
So, Mark, you just threw out something I completely forgot about, and this is why I love working with you. You just brought that up. Like, and you're talking about them putting CM Punk through the table. What happened there?
One went on 1 and the other one went on 2. And he almost got his damn back broke. Now, if CM Punk would have got fucked up, it would have been their fault. Thank God he didn't.
Yeah.
But I'm sure that Punk was like not happy, because those kind of things, it's too much riding on it. Say the match had to end right there. Whoa. Well, that screwed up everything. That's what's at stake. So you can't make the mistake at that level. And you talk about pressure. Whenever I was in the ring with Taker or Shawn Michaels or Ric Flair, Big Show, like the elite guys, man, I was kid gloves when it came to the danger element. I just wanted to beat the hell out of people and choke them and suffocate them. You do all the cool moves. My stuff wasn't cool. My stuff was dangerous. My stuff was scary. And that was my intent. And that's what I wanted to get done. And that's what I did. That's what the young guys should be doing. Don't do fancy. Don't do dangerous. Do effective. Make people go, oh my God, no, please don't do it. Don't do it. That's what I want from the big mean guy.
And I would think, Mark, and
Leave
maybe
the cool
this
shit for the smaller dudes.
And I also think it's a timing thing, but also take your time, as you said earlier, because it's going to be more effective the longer you take. You're going to put CM Punk through a table, tease it, lift him up, hold him up, then drop him onto it. Like, it felt like they were rushing.
Look around. Now, boom, all on the same accord. But that's not what happened, and I'm sure that. But that's the learning experience. They both young dudes. And the pressure will get to you, Dave. I'm not gonna sit here and say I didn't make mistakes. I made mistakes too with the pressure. So can't judge them. I'm not judging. I'm just saying from a learning experience, just like they've already heard it.
Yeah,
they've already heard it. And you talking about Rhea Ripley with the rip tied up on the Dave. The table was doing this, and the suspense of it was scary to me, like a horror movie where you're going, oh, Sean, you're moving, and whoa, like that was scarier than the riptide.
You know what was great about that spot on the table? I know we're going back and forth, but it's all based in Night of
I
Champions.
can't help it. I'm scattered like that.
It's fine. What it also, and I know it sounds strange saying this, that move gave credibility to the table because I think fans are so used to a table breaking so quickly when anything hits it that you have
Yes.
Raquel Rodriguez and Rhea Ripley with just a suspension of the top rope standing on that table.
Both of those women are above 160 pounds. You hear me?
Yep.
That's I can stand up there. I can stand on that. Well, I would never, Dave. You know
You
my
would, no
phobias
way. You
with
would not
height.
do that.
I would have never been able to, but I could. At 321, I could do it. Their weight was damn near that. Well, maybe not that much, but close. And the table supported that. The table did get credibility in that essence. And the reason that I brought it up, Dave, was it didn't have nothing to do with what Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker did and the CM Punk John Cena. I'm talking about those were the two most dangerous things that happened in the pay-per-view. And then, of course, the third thing was also in Rhea and Rod and
Raquel.
Raquel's match when they went over the wall and she spiked her through the the um the border that came off of the announce table. Like that was dangerous as hell, Dave, because she did it blind. She went over that power bomb style blind with her back to. She didn't know if she was gonna hit her head on a chair or on a stand or a cooler or a toolbox, whatever. I just closed my eyes. I mean, that's like my childhood of watching uh Friday the 13th or something like that. That's what happened.
And listen,
I couldn't
injuries have
watch it.
happened. We saw it with Sting. We saw it with Finn Balor, where you're not prepared and you don't see what's coming, and an injury could occur. You know, Mark, going back to that main event, and we talk about the shenanigans
Yeah.
and Seth Rollins cash in. Like you and Denise were talking about Seth and this faction that I think to all three of us isn't clicking right now, isn't doing a hell of a lot for Seth, and it's definitely not doing anything for Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed right now. Another, you know what got me more frustrated than anything on
Uh-oh.
Saturday, and I don't know if it's the same thing, and I can't believe I'm saying it because I'm such a big fan. Penta. Penta frustrated the hell out of me on Saturday. So
With him
there's
dancing to the ring.
there's a beat down. Oh, here comes Penta's music hits. He's gonna come down and he's gonna help Punk, and he's doing his dance. He's doing his dance at the top of the entrance, and then he's doing the wrist bumps to the fans, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? You're supposed to be making a save, and you're doing your dance at the top of the entrance ramp, and then you're wrist bumping fans. Get your fucking ass to the ring and help out CM Punk. What
I'm
the hell
getting
are you
my ass
doing?
beat, and you're over there doing the dance fever. Like, get help, motherfucker.
Like, it's like I'm getting my ass kicked in the
uh,
parking lot. Mark Henry's coming out of the restaurant to help me, and Mark Henry's doing like the fake world's strongest slam. He's like signing autographs for people. I'm like, Mark, I'm getting my
hold on,
ass
Dave.
kicked here.
I'm
Help
coming.
me.
Hold on, brother. Stick it out. I'll be there in a second. Oh my God,
Like,
that's too much.
you talk about somebody having a conversation with Bronson Reed and having a conversation with Braun Breaker with the table spot on. I hope somebody had a conversation with Penta. Like,
I'm very sure.
what are you doing? What are you doing?
I think it was probably CM Punk. Like, hey, help, please. Like right away.
Like,
Like,
what the fuck?
do your deal later on. Like, I needed relief from the ass whooping.
Listen, you don't have to get yourself over. You're already over.
You're
The
already
fans
over.
know who you are. They love you. Okay? You don't have to do the dance. And then he's doing his catchphrase too. He stops. He actually stops and does his catchphrase. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Help me. Help me.
Oh man.
Like, what the fuck am I looking at here?
Oh man.
And then,
that
I'm
was
like,
that was
listen,
Dave. That was I can't say it's worse because I was entertained by it. I'm just gonna be honest. I was laughing. I was like entertained by it, and I know you pissed off, but
no,
all I could think
Mark,
to
I laughed
myself
out
was,
loud.
"This is great."
Mark, I actually laughed out loud.
I
I
did
laughed
too.
out loud.
I did too. It was
I
great.
was like, this is
Hey,
like a joke.
if you're gonna like mess up at a scale that's so good, so big that it makes you laugh. And it did. It got me. It popped me big.
But I don't think Penta thought he messed up. He's like, this is my time to shine. You know, this is CM Punk and John Cena. I'm involved. Let me take it all in. Let me take it all in. Then I said it on Twitter. I said, you could put Benny Hill's music to the end of that main event on Saturday. Here's another thing that happened. I don't know if you caught it. Like, Night of Champions ended, right? And it quickly like faded out and faded back in immediately. So like they
So
had
you
the
can see the
signature in
after
the
effect.
corner. They faded out. They faded back in. And CM Punk is laying flat on his back in the ring. Did you catch this? So he's laying flat on his back in the ring. And then he tries to get up. Like he lifts up his head to get up. And everybody's like, ooh. He falls back down. Ah. And then he tries to get back up again. He goes, whoa. Everybody's like, whoa. And then he falls back down and
Oh,
goes up.
not yet.
Then the fans kind of got tired of it a little bit and they didn't respond. And he did the hand thing. Like, come on, like, respond. And I'm like, what about, is this
It
a
was off
Saturday
the
Night
air.
Live
It was
skit I'm
Dave.
watching?
I've done the same shit. That's when you off the air, like you got to entertain the crowd
It
and
wasn't off the
really.
air. I was watching it on Peacock. It wasn't off the air. I
Well,
mean, it was better
technically,
than hearing Byron
that was
Saxton try
off.
to break down Night of Champions. I'll give you that.